This love-hate relationship that I have with Tottenham is so toxic. It makes my head want to explode. As we all predicted, as most of us called, Tottenham drop points 3 days or 4 days after beating Manchester City 4-0 at the Etihad. They go and they throw away a 2-1 lead right at the death against Roma in the Europa League, a result that leaves us ninth in the standings outside of the automatic qualification places for the next round. Who sits above us? Rangers by one position on goal difference. Who do Tottenham have in the Europa League in a couple of weeks? Rangers away from home. It is going to be a toxic atmosphere and one that, if I'm being honest with you, I'm not really sure Tottenham can handle. I'm really not sure Tottenham can handle it. It's so weird because I'll sit here one day and be like, wow, Tottenham are amazing. We are so good to watch. I love watching Tottenham. It's brilliant. And then a few days will pass and we'll play another game and I'll sit here and I'll think, Tottenham are not actually that good. And that's kind of the conclusion I drew from tonight. Look, I know it was 2-1 until the last few minutes of added time and we were very close to picking up 3 points instead of just 1. And on another night, we potentially could have scored 5 or 6 goals, but Roma could have had 5 or 6 goals tonight. They scored twice. They had 3 goals ruled out through very close offsides. They hit the woodwork. They had all sorts. The biggest problem I had with that result against Roma tonight is the lack of adaptability and the lack of will to want to change things when things clearly aren't working. Look, we knew that Roma were going to come to us. They were going to use the width of the pitch. They were going to play with their fullbacks and their 3 centre-halves. That's exactly what they did. The game followed a very, very similar pattern all the way through. Tottenham came out at the start of each half very fast, out of the blocks, really good. Heung-min Son tucks a penalty away early in the game. Brilliant, we're cruising 1-0 up. We play well for the first 15 minutes, and then we back off. And we allow Roma to have the ball. We allow Roma to come onto us. And the thing that confused me most is Tottenham's defensive shape in this game was so narrow. And I'm not necessarily sure that's a good idea when you're playing against a wide formation. Roma just were able to switch the ball from side to side and they always had a man spare out on the touchline. It meant they were able to deliver crosses and they were causing us problems all night, from crosses, from set pieces, you name it, all of that. And Dicker getting 1 goal, Mats Hummels getting the other goal. But we didn't change it. And I think, unfortunately, and let me know in the comments if you disagree, when Roma got that corner right at the end, every single Tottenham fan watching this video will have been sat there thinking, they're going to score from this. We've rode our luck too much tonight and we're so close to the end now. Roma will score from this. And that's exactly what they did. It's so frustrating because the difference in performance from the weekend to Thursday night is incredible. And okay, the likelihood is, even if we lose to Rangers, the last 2 games against Hoffenheim and Elfsborg are very winnable games, and we should maybe still go through in the automatic places in the Europa League. But if we want to win this competition, you have to beat these teams. You have to win these games. We started a strong team tonight. We started a strong team. We played well in patches. Kulusevski had another brilliant game. Brennan Johnson got on the score sheet. A lovely little goal. But we look fragile at the back. It's really, really difficult because I don't actually know and think Radu Dragusin and Ben Davis were the problems tonight. I don't think it was the fact that we were missing Mickey van der Ven and Christian Romero. Obviously, I know and you know that they play a massive part in Tottenham's formation and how they play and how good they are at the back. But I actually think it was the fullbacks and the width of a defensive line that was causing us our own problems. Tottenham only had themselves to blame in the game tonight. That's where my qualms are. That it wasn't Roma being magnificent. Let's remember, this is a team that comes into the game, second game of Claudio Ranieri in charge. They haven't won in 8. They win once every 9 games. Yes, I know they didn't win tonight, but it'll feel like a win for them. Feels like a loss for us Tottenham fans. There was no excuses for losing tonight, is what I'm trying to say. And I don't want to come across overly negative because we had a brilliant result at the weekend, but this is Tottenham's biggest issue. Most of us knew that that was going to be followed up by a subpar performance, and that is what happened. How do we fix that? The players that started tonight, most of them started on Saturday. Most of them will start on Sunday against Fulham. They simply will. So, what do we do about it? How do we prevent these patterns from happening? Because I don't know the answer. I don't think Ange knows the answer, which is a concerning thing. It's just these players. Tonight's performance was so weird, so strange. Yes, we had chances. Pedro Porro hit the bar, I think, a couple of times. Solanke, I think, hit the post as well. I could go through the entire game. And talk about the chances that Tottenham had. I think we had like 3.5 expected goals compared to Roma's 1 or whatever it was across the night. The numbers lean in our favour, but the scoreline is the thing that matters most. That's the big issue. And it's so frustrating. And I hate that I expected it. I absolutely hate that I expected it. I don't know if you guys feel the same. Let me know. But I feel nothing. I feel annoyed, obviously, as you should after every single loss. But it's like, now, do we go into a home game against Fulham on Sunday confident that we're going to win? I'm not sure that I am. Of course we'll be favourites, but will we win? I really don't know. It's so frustrating, but it's always good to get your rants out. It's always good to get your frustrations out. So let me know what your biggest problems were about the game tonight in the comments below. What needs to change? I feel like I'm asking that question a lot because we're so up and down. Our ceiling is so high, our lowest is so low. What needs to change? Let me know overall your thoughts on the game tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. I'll be back on Sunday for a bit of reaction from the Fulham game. So stick around for that. Try and enjoy the rest of your week up until Tottenham play again. I know it's hard, especially after nights like this. But we'll see what happens. Enjoy the rest of your week. And as always, come on, you Spurs.